We have to be quiet while we're doing this.
It was so... I'm sorry, thank you. Everybody may remain standing. Just, yeah, have a seat. Have plenty of seats. But there was one spot that he was showing on there where this rabbi was up there talking about, I mean, God's passion for us is to get out of sin. To break free from that sin that so easily entangles us. I want to use two people today. Do you mind coming up? Yeah, I definitely want to ask you. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. You know what? Since y'all are so easily to... Come here, Jared and Ryan. This is good. Jared will soon realize to quit asking me to not use him, because then I'm going to use him. Actually, he didn't ask me that today. I wanted to... You guys are both pretty strong guys. I mean, would y'all say that they're definitely pretty stout? Or sure. Got the Arnold Schwarzenegger thing happening. Well, pretty close anyway. Okay. The illustration I want to make, real quick, this is actually something I saw this illustration from a friend about 18 years ago. And I just refreshed my memory a couple days ago about this. But this is so cool. It was such a simple illustration on how easy it is to get bound. Yeah. When you need to be free. All right. All right. I'll tell you what. I need a mic stand. Actually, a regular mic stand will work. Thank you, Mr. Ron. No, that's okay. This will work. It's cordless. I like that. I'm only using this simply so I can free up my two hands.
So mic stands.
Actually, this won't work. It's too small. That's okay. Oh, I didn't even hear you. Obviously said, it's not going to work. It's too small. Yeah. That's okay. What I want you guys to do, I want you to hold up this arm like this. No, just elbow height right here. And you do the same thing. You do the same thing, right? About here. This is regular stitching thread, or well, for clothes or whatever. Okay, so just kind of watch what's happening. I'm going to wrap one strand around them, and I'm going to have them to break it. Okay. It's hard to tie, man. Yeah. Don't break it yet. Okay, this little piece of strand here, one of them here is more for just to have some. I was going to use a chair to do the arm of a chair, but then y'all wouldn't be able to see it very well. That's why I'm using two people instead of one person. So what I want you to do is just kind of snap that. This right here represents sin. You just did something stupid, whatever. I'm calling you a chair. So just snap that thing like it's like Samson. Boom. How easy was that? It was like it affected you. You knew it was there because it was obvious. It was like, man, get this thing off me. Snap, it's gone, right? Well, what happens if you let it go for too long? We got no thread. There's another sin. There's another sin. Okay.
Hey, you're not
Okay, now you ignored that sin because it really didn't seem like it was that big of a deal, right? And then something else snuck in, and then another one, and then another one. Go ahead, break it. Now, what was the difference there?
That was 5 or 6 times its strength.
Okay, now imagine I took this whole spool and just kept going and going and going and wrapping it up. They would not have been able to get free. Okay, that's kind of a simple illustration. I just wanted you to see what sin actually does to you when you don't deal with it. Okay, you got to get rid of it immediately. Now, you know, Yeshua said, some things can only be, like some demons can only be cast out by fasting and prayer, right? Well, I will tell you one thing. If there are people out there online watching whatever, I don't know where you're at or what you're in, but are so tied up you can't get loose, pray, fast. I'll tell you what, fasting, man. Fasting is like taking a surgical razor blade and cutting right through that sucker. Okay? Y'all may be seated. Thank you for that. Last point. Thank you. Last point, this will kind of add to the visual too. I'm going to use a glass of water, for example. I've taken a glass of tap water and put it in a crystal clear glass, and it looks good. I'm thirsty. I'm ready to drink it, right? Well, I mean, I'm talking just right out of your faucet, you know. There's a lot of things in there you can actually see if you had a magnifying glass. Not a telescope, but just a simple magnifying glass. You can see all these little, I don't know, floaties, if you want to call it, floating around. Now, you take a glass of bottled water, put it in another crystal clear glass, and hold them side by side. You can see the difference. There is a major difference. Whenever you're cleaning, when you're vacuuming your floor, and you just got it spotless, your carpet is totally clean. Like right now, zoom down here, Paul, on the floor. I just saw this as we were talking. Do you see this little piece of paper right here? Okay. If there was trash all over this floor, I would have never even seen that at all. It would have blended right in with the background.
All right.
When you clean up, when you go and clean house, you can see things that you never could before. If there was trash all over the floor, I'd be like, I'd walk right over. But you know what? Right now, I'm going to pick this up because it's totally out of place. It doesn't belong there, and we know that. Okay? I want to keep this floor clean. Okay? My oldest brother went for a walk at the park. He's been walking like 2 miles a day. And for the first time ever, he said, I was like, hey, man, let's go grab some lunch. And he's like, yeah, that sounds good. He got up the menu. And I was like, man, look at that big old fat, greasy cheeseburger. Woohoo! You know, I was ready to tear it up. He goes, you know what? Man, I'm going to get me a salad. Because, man, I've just been walking for like 4 days, and I don't want to blow it. I don't want to make all that effort that I just put into this thing to go bye-bye. Okay? See, if we treated our moral hearts and our lives in the spirit like we do in the flesh, oh, boy, imagine all the stuff that could be accomplished. It's incredible. Baruch Hashem.